Hey friends, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you the latest and absolutely awesome mod for CS2 that was released just last night, right on December 6th. If you're here for the first time and don't know how to launch cheats or download them, I'm going to show you absolutely everything right now. Of course, you need to install our app. Installing everything here is pretty straightforward. You can install it to the default folder or choose your own. Basically, there's not much difference at all. So, after the installation, let's simply go to the game section, just select CS2 and the Exhack mod. On the mod page, you can check out a few more screenshots to get an idea of what it looks like. As we can see, there is Skin Changer, the legit bot section, and now we will look at everything in detail. Check out the app description and install KFG, this mod came out last night. And there's a section for configs with some available. Yes, they are here. Click install to run this config in the mod. To launch, click the button and wait for the game to start with the mod. In the game, press the insert key to open the mod menu. So, to simply launch this mod, we just click the necessary corresponding button and then we need to wait for the game to fully start up with the mod properly integrated into it. Alright, I'm in the game, and to open this mod, you need to press the insert key on your keyboard, which is the standard key for most cheats, and you'll see this nice little menu pop up. As we can see, some visual settings are already activated by default and the aimbot is turned on. The adjustment is triggered. To simply activate the config, you need to go to the corresponding section and press the button to load. And here we have the KFG applied that we installed earlier. Chance, HP, box, and even some skins are activated and accessible here, at least on Pew 1000. Let's take a closer look at each of the sections available here. There are 4 in total, not counting the KFG section. Let's start with the legit bot, the first section we have here, and other features. We need to activate it. As we can see, a notification appears here that for more detailed settings you can right-click. This additional menu opens up for us, where we can enable full display, blinding test and smoke test. Here on the right we must also activate the aimbot on the weapon selected in our hands. Currently there's no option to adjust the foe size. It might be in a later section or not available yet due to the mod's recent release. Activate the trigger bot here, which works with a bind, like mouse 5. Enable checks for flashbangs, smoke and zoom. You can also activate the trigger bot here, but it only works with a bind, meaning the key that we bind it to, like mouse 5 or something. You can also enable checks for flashbangs, smoke and zoom, and of course you can choose a hit group for the whole body or just for a specific part like the head. And of course there's a recoil control system, or simply put RCS. Most likely the language you can set here is called just that in English. There's also an option to choose other languages. There are only 4 here. They include English, Russian, Ukrainian and Turkish. On the right side, you can choose the weapon that we will be setting up the aimbot and trigger bot for, and there's an option to activate silent. And that's all there is to the legit bot section. Now let's move on to the visual section and let us carefully and thoroughly explore to see exactly what we have right here. These are pretty classic settings for this particular kind of section. You can easily activate all the other available ESP features at once that are available here. You can customize the boxes, change their color, and change their type. You can choose absolutely any. You can turn the health bar on and off, change its type and position relative to the box. You can enable the weapon name or display it as a corresponding icon. Turn on the box for weapons that have fallen to the ground, and also change the display type, meaning it can be a square dot as we see, or in the form of a box. On the right side, you can activate chams for enemies, change the color, visible, invisible, switch it up however you like, and do the same for teammates and enable chams for weapons. Chams are also applied to the weapon that the bot is holding, which is located somewhere on it. You can also change the color. Let's move on to the next section, the miscellaneous section. Here we can enable the spectator list, showing who is actually watching the game, auto-accepting matches, and hit markers. This is specifically the crosshair that appears precisely the moment when we successfully hit an opponent. You can also change its size. It activates the scope for sniper weapons. By the way, I picked up the AWP and we also have a skin for it here. And now we have this kind of crosshair active when we're holding the AWP, which by default doesn't have any crosshair other than the optical one, the sound of hits and the bomb timer. Well, actually these are all the functions that we currently have in this modification. They all work fine. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments what you think about this modification. Well, that's all I have for now. Thank you all for your attention, good luck to everyone, and goodbye.